Hello, welcome to PPL Motorhomes here in Houston, Texas. My name is Boyd McMakin. Today we're going to be talking with Doug Northcutt. He's the National Sales Manager for Demco Manufacturing. We're going to be discussing one of his newest products, the Dominator Tow Bar. Let's go in and talk to Doug. Appreciate you joining us today, Doug. I know today we're going to be talking about the Demco Dominator Tow Bar. Can you tell us a little bit about how Demco got into the tow bar business?
Right. Well, as you know, Boyd, back in the early 80s, Demco introduced the car dolly, or what we call the car caddy, to the RV market. And so we already had a nice customer base in the RV market, so it was a nice transition for Demco to go, and a natural fit to go from the car dolly to the tow bar business.
I know Demco is huge in the car caddy business or the tow dolly business. I mean, it's a great product, and it did seem like to me that it was just a natural progression to get into the tow bars. Can you tell us a little bit about the Demco, the Dominator here?
Yeah, we're real excited about the Dominator, Boyd. It's been on the market now for about a year, and one of the most unique features about it, and that really sets it apart from any other tow bar on the market, is that the arms function independent of one another. And what I'll show you by simply releasing this one from the stored position. As you can see, I can move it all the way over to you, completely to the other side, without this arm moving. So the nice thing about that is that you can take that arm, it moves up and down, you can attach it to the towed vehicle and not have to wrestle with two arms like you would a traditional
tow bar. I know that gets difficult at times with moving and shuffling and trying to hold this bar while you're trying to attach this bar to the base plate. I mean, I think that that's a great feature by itself. Tell us a little bit about it. It looks like that the arm here is just hanging up. How does that actually work?
Well, one of the things that Demco's always been known for is their tow bars are self-supporting, which means, as you said, as you can see, that arm is not falling to the ground. And the Dominator is no different, which is one of the features that we incorporated into the Dominator too.
That makes it easy for all of our consumers. They don't have to hold the bar or pick it up off the ground after they dropped it. It's just stays in the position so you can hook your arm up to the base plate.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit here. I know looks like a pretty simple lock mechanism. How does that work? Tell us a little bit about the locking mechanism.
Well, when we're in front of consumers, one of the things we always hear is that my tow bar is sometimes hard to disengage from the towed vehicle. Right. It's hard to get the bar to release. And so Demco went to work to patent a locking mechanism or a release mechanism that allows the tow bar to unattach from the car each time, every time. And so it's simply a trigger mechanism. You simply push it in, and the bar releases and slides back in.
So you don't have to have any real long bars and cheater pipes to break this loose when it gets into the bind. It's always going to release.
No, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I've seen that in the parking lot. It's amazing out here when people are trying to unhook their tow bars that they've gotten them into a bind and have to actually fight with them to get them off of their tow bar.
That was one of the things that we wanted to, a problem that we wanted to solve for the consumer.
Also, I see that this comes with the safety cables, and it looks like we've got a little adjustable locks here. Tell us a little bit about those.
Right. The safety cables come with all the Demco tow bars, and what we've included with this particular bar is brackets that actually hold the safety cables onto the bar. And these brackets are simply tightened onto a raised channel. There's 4 of them around each bar, and the brackets are simply tightened on there with Allen screws. So as you can see, these brackets are on the bottom channel. If a customer wants to have the brackets on the side or the top, they can simply loosen those brackets and move them. So it's a little bit customizable in that regard. In the fact that they can move those brackets.
If they're in the way, you just move them one side, and if you want a little extra slack, you can move it over. Tell us a little bit also too. I know that you have a special bar over here on this side that will allow you to hook up the wiring cables. The wiring cables actually don't come with that because we're not really sure whether you have a 4-way wiring harness that you're going to need or a 6-way. So you'll purchase that separately, but then Demco's installed a special mechanism to hold the wiring cable, correct?
That's right. If you'll put that arm in the stored position, Boyd, it'll be easier for me to show. I'll simply release this arm from the stored position. I'll swing it around so you can get a good look. The the Dominator also offers a storage rod that's designed to hold the wiring cable. And what the consumer simply does is they slide the wiring cable on the storage rod. They take out enough slack to go to the towed vehicle, plug this end into the coach, and then there's a pin that simply holds the cable up. allows it not to drag on the ground or get tangled up into something and be out of the way.
Be out of the way. So that's definitely a good feature. This feels like a fairly light bar. How much does this bar weigh?
This bar weighs 30 pounds. It also has a weight capacity of 7,500 pounds.
Wow.
And what's interesting about that is that it's 1,000 pounds more than any other aluminum tow bar on the market. And by having that 7,500 pound weight capacity, it allows you to tow a bigger vehicle such as a Chevy Tahoe or something of that nature.
So instead of having to go necessarily with a bigger, heavier steel bar, you can get your aluminum bar here that weighs about 30 pounds, right at 30, but you can still tow heavier vehicles up to the 7,500 pound range.
That's right. In the past, if you had a bigger vehicle, you had to go to a heavier bar that might weigh 45, 50, 55 pounds, and they're cumbersome to work with.
And this bar basically comes with the shank that goes into the motorhome receiver, and then the head here that's made out of steel, and then the two aluminum mechanisms, the lock mechanisms. Comes with a safety cable. Then it also comes with the little tabs that fit into the base plates with the little locking mechanisms here.
That's right.
And then Demco offers all the accessories that could go with the bar.
Yeah, that's right. We also offer taillight wiring kits. We offer locks, covers, that sort of thing. A full
wiring harnesses, a full line of everything that you would need. One of the last things that Demco offers, and I know this is a huge benefit to our guys in the shop, is specialty base plates for every one of your vehicles. Can you tell us a little bit about the base plate process?
Yeah, we design and build all of our base plates on site at Demco. Our engineers not only design them in-house on their computer systems, but they're the ones that are in the shop doing the actual fit. So we have greater control over that process, and we're certain that when the base plate gets to the consumer or to the RV dealer, that base plate is going to fit and be a nice, easy, clean install.
We've installed several of them in the shop at this point. It's always an easier installation on the majority of the vehicles out there when it comes to the Demco base plates. The holes typically line up, the fascia is easy to get off and fit back into place once you have that done. So overall, the base plates are a big benefit of having a Demco tow bar. So not only do you get an excellent Dominator tow bar product, but then you have the base plates and the accessories and everything else to go with it.
That's correct.
I appreciate you coming in. It's a great product. I know we've been selling it for a little bit over a year now, and it's done wonderful for us, and appreciate you coming in and sharing it with us.
Thank you, Boyd.